Hey everyone, quick update. For some reason, CuteStuff's Fiverr link wasn't working for some people, so we decided to just create a new email for her. If you're wanting to hire her or have questions about editing, feel free to reach out to her directly at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Also, before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Can a relationship be built on a lie? Of course it can. Many relationships start out based on a lie. But can it be sustained? Can the relationship survive after the lie is found out? And what if the other person knows that you lied and is keeping the fact that they know a secret? That is the basis of today's video, An Introvert's Hookup Hiccups, This Gyaru is Head Over Heels for Me, by Yuichi. Barato Nanami is the prettiest Gyaru in the whole grade, but, unlike the other two girls in her clique, she doesn't have a boyfriend. Not that she's unpopular or anything, she gets hit on constantly, and has been confessed to numerous times. But every single boy who has ever confessed got turned down. Hard. Nanami is ruthless and makes her disinterest clear. They say that the worst thing a girl can say to you is no, but ew! Has got to be far worse. Every single guy that confessed to Nanami so far did so while staring at her chest. Boys, take note. A girl can tell when you're looking at a specific body part. They expect men to steal glances. We're men, after all, it happens. But there is a huge difference between an occasional glance and openly staring. As a general rule, women like to be noticed, but not ogled at. But Nanami has an additional secret. She is scared to death of boys. For some reason, even being around a boy makes her tense up. She's not sure why, and we don't find out the reason for her fear in the first book, only that there was an inciting incident many years ago. But I digress. Back to the story. Misuyama Yoshin is a quiet boy. He's not antisocial by any means, he just has friends online rather than in class. He'd rather spend his time playing video games or working out than going to karaoke or shopping at the mall. Yoshin is an introspective type who is focused on self-improvement. Like many self-proclaimed introverts in light novels like these, Yoshin believes himself to be a lower caste than extroverts. Now, he's not bullied at school at all. In fact, there doesn't seem to be any bullying in this class. The opening scene of the light novel talks about how the popular girl clique, different from the Gyaru clique, invites the anime otaku clique to come to karaoke with them. They wanted to mix in some anime songs with the pop music they were going to sing. It's a very wholesome scene and a welcome change of pace from the usual high school settings we often see. Yoshin smiles at the heartwarming scene, then begins to pack up to head home. The Gyarus are also still in class, playing some sort of card game. They don't realize Yoshin is also still in class. Of course, Nanami loses the game and is given a punishment by her friends. What punishment, you might ask? Why, she has to ask out a boy. And date him for a whole month. I'm sure you can see where this is going. Her friends aren't just toying with Nanami's emotions, of course. They're wanting to help her out. They're worried that Nanami will be tricked by some jerk and they want her to have a positive experience rather than getting conned by a scam artist. You see, these two already know that they're going to a trade school while Nanami is going off to college by herself. They're worried about her and want to make sure she's safe. They want her to overcome her fear of men, and sometimes the best way to overcome fear is to face it head-on in a controlled environment. I'm sure you can see where this is leading. After her friends convince her, they recommend she confess to Yoshin. He's a quiet guy, never causes problems, and seems to be a safe person to be around. The problem is that none of them realized Yoshin was still in the room with them. Yoshin heads home, wondering what to do. He knows that Nanami will be confessing to him, but that's only because of a dare. He doesn't know what or even how to feel about the situation. So he turns to his friends, his guildmates. Yoshin is an MMO fanatic and has several friends in his guild. Baron, a much older player, is excited for him. But Peach is convinced that Yoshin is in for a world of hurt. She knows that this girl is bad news and Yoshin should run away. Our protagonist is conflicted. He doesn't know what to do. but Baron suggests he go for it. After all, Yoshin has no experience with girls. He can date one of the prettiest girls in school for a month, gain some valuable experience, and help raise his status among his peers. There is no downside here. And because Yoshin is aware that the relationship only exists because of a dare, he doesn't have to worry about future heartbreak. Invigorated, Yoshin goes to school the next day. Before class starts, Nanami tells him she'd like to talk with him after school. She's blushing and maidenlike and totally adorable, and Yoshin agrees to her request. After class concludes for the day, and Yoshin and Nanami head to a quiet spot outside of school. Yoshin remembers the advice that Baron gave him the previous night. Look up. Look at her eyes. If you can't, look above her head, but no matter what you do, don't stare at her chest. This advice turns out to be good because he's able to see someone above dump a bucket of water. Right as Nanami finishes her heartfelt confession, Yoshin tackles her to the ground. Nanami screams, wondering what in the world is happening, then hears the splash of water land on Yoshin's back. She realizes that this man just protected her. Then there was a thunk. The person who dumped the bucket got scared at the sound of Nanami's scream and dropped the bucket, cutting open Yoshin's head. He had a relieved look on his face, glad that Nanami was protected, and then passed out. Yoshin awoke in the nurse's office, a bandage around his head. He sat up, exposing his well-muscled chest to Nanami, which made her blush furiously. Remember, Yoshin's two habits are video games and working out, so of course he'd have some muscles. The nurse teases the two of them, then leaves them alone. Yoshin thanks Nanami for her confession and answers in the affirmative. The two are now dating, and even though it was all based on a dare, a lie, both seem to be happy. But throughout the rest of the book, there's a shadow hanging over Nanami. We can see that she's starting to hate herself for lying to her boyfriend. Someone who protected her, complimented her, looked her in the eyes instead of at her chest, and whose warm, strong hands held her and made her feel safe. What is she supposed to do? And can Yoshin believe everything his heart is telling him? Is this Gyaru really falling in love with him, or is she the world's best actress? If you want to find out, you'll have to read an Introvert's Hookup Hiccups. This Gyaru is head over heels for me. You can pick up digital copies over on Bookwalker. I've left a link down below. Also, if this ever gets made into an anime, I'm pretty sure everything I've gone over in this video will be covered in the first episode. So far, only 2 books in the series have been translated, but the 3rd is coming soon. I'm really enjoying this series and hope more people will as well. The fact that their relationship was based on a lie helps to add some spice that you don't normally see in a lot of these cute high school romances. By comparison, The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is almost entirely light and fluffy. There's a bit of sad backstory for both of the main characters, which is the main reason it took so long for them to finally start dating, but the rest of that show is pure sugar, similar to Tonikaku Kawaii. On the flip side, this series isn't nearly as spicy as Nagatoro. The scenes between our couple are far more gentle. So if you're wanting something soft, but not too soft, I highly recommend picking up Volume 1 today. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There are several tiers to choose from. You can pick an anime or manga for me to do a video about, or you can join our monthly manga club. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Phoenix of Ice, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, OT, Richard, Pop Zombie, Mark, Danny, Sandwich, Alex, Bryce, and John. You guys are awesome. I post anime or manga videos often, or you can click here to watch additional videos. If you're looking for Commander content, I split my channel last year, so all new Commander videos are over on my other channel, Commander by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.